God, no. We're back. At the darkest part of the web. The deep web. I'm surprised you made it here tonight. Don't worry. I'm tracking all your IP addresses, so I know exactly who's here. I don't want to waste your time, because this is the most dangerous part of the web. So tonight I've got a story from you, posted by Some Man's Story. Let me tell you something, after reading some of these twisted tales, that's the only kind of story I want to hear. I worked for NASA, and I know a lot more than I should. My name is Tom Ackerman. I am a retired former NASA astronaut. I am the mission specialist, and I have a story to tell the world. I can't keep it in much longer. The people need to know the truth. I believe you all know now that aliens exist because of the video released from the Pentagon. There's a link then to the video. But we've known aliens were a thing for a long time. My first mission was a classified one. It took place on a remote testing island. I was still a young man with a bright future. The mission took place a year after Apollo 11 on July 4th, 1967. It was the perfect cover. Everyone would be distracted with the fireworks and celebration while we were blasting off to the moon. 3.5 days later, we landed. Around this time, we had nice cameras and recorders with us, so the pictures and recordings were as fine as could be. I need help. We set up a base using supplies from robot rockets, and we went exploring. It was usually just boring landscapes. Don't get me wrong, it was exciting, but walking around seeing the same things was boring. But one day, while exploring, the pilot, I will not state his name, recommended we go past the max distance, but on the buggies. We had a buggy, but they said we should leave it on the moon and not use it. Everyone looked at me and said, "Should we go?" I refused at first, but after a lot of discussion, we decided it was best that we should use it and go past the max distance. We were only meant to stay 4 days and then leave the third day. We took the buggies and decided to explore past. We went about a mile out while Houston was screaming out, "Come back and do as they said!" We told him it's the same old landscapes. We can't find anything new near the base. And after a lot of bickering, they said, "All right, go ahead, but be careful." We found an unusual engraving. An alien head on a rock near an abnormally large hill, and it wasn't made by us, nor was it made by Apollo 11. The pilot pressed on to the rock, and we started hearing shaking. Then the abnormally large hill had an opening for us to fit into. We found a temple with alien pictures on the wall doing some sort of ritual and a bunch of seats facing a stage. We ran back to the buggy, all horrified at what we had seen, and drove back. We reported back to Houston, and they said stay quiet about it, that they'll talk to us when we land back. The next day, we started our descent back to Earth. When we landed, they had us sign NDAs. If we don't, we will be silenced. All of us signed it, for fear that we would lose our lives. After this post, I'll be going dark, off the radar. The government will be after me. Oh, what a stinger. This guy hasn't posted anything since he posted this. That was 8 hours ago. The government got him. The government's after you. The government's after me. I'm posting this from a remote location because after the first one, I started getting harassed phone calls. Men in black showed up outside my door. Insomniac Theatre is revolution. I'll see you tomorrow night. The link to this will be posted on the YouTube video below. Come back tomorrow. Join the revolution.